So, I have a question for everyone. What's the greatest NASCAR race of all time? A question that's commonly asked among many fans. Well, I've heard way too many people say the 2022 Coca-Cola 600. That's just plain ignorance, as it's not even the best Coca-Cola 600, let alone the best race of 2022. NBR did a video on Atlanta in 2011, and while that could be argued as the most fun race in NASCAR history, it's not the greatest race of all time. The 1992 Hooters 500 is commonly brought up by many, and honestly, I don't blame them. It's the greatest championship race of all time, but it is not the greatest. The 2001 Pepsi 400. That race isn't even the best race of 2001. I know many junior fans are not going to like that, but it's honestly the truth. The best race of 2001 was the 2001 Cracker Barrel 500. And while it was an amazing race and great in terms of storyline development, it wasn't the greatest. So what is the greatest NASCAR race of all time? Well, it's this race. The 2000 Winston 500 was the 30th race of 34 of the 2000 NASCAR Winston Cup Series season. Held on October 15, 2000 at the Talladega Superspeedway, saw 43 drivers see if they could win this great race. The story throughout the 2000 season was Bobby Labonte's championship run, as barring disaster, he was likely walking away with the championship. There was, of course, Dale Earnhardt Sr., who had virtually mastered the art of plate racing at this point. His teammate Mike Skinner had been running decent in the year of 2000, along with Kenny Wallace. Wallace's teammate, Front Row Joe Nemechek, started on pole with Bill Elliott to his outside, trying to end a long winless show. You could not forget Jeff Gordon, who won the previous Talladega race, or his teammate Terry Labonte. Dale Jarrett, the 2000 Daytona 500 winner, and his teammate Ricky Rudd, who was looking to end a winless drought for Robert Yates Racing, were in this race, not to mention Roush Racing's Mark Martin, rookie Matt Kenseth, and the previous Superspeedway winner, Jeff Burton. Finally, Tony Stewart and Bobby Labonte of JGR looked to maybe get their first Superspeedway win. There was a lot more interest and hype around this Talladega race than in past years even, as NASCAR had completely retooled their Superspeedway package. After the disastrous 2000 Daytona 500, NASCAR called back its changes on the mandatory shock placements, as only the fronts were to stay the same. The rears could be set to what the teams wanted. But by this race, NASCAR had pieced together a drag to an all-time high. There's a little wicker bill on the fenders of the cars, inspired by the Truck Series. They also added a 70-degree angle on the rear spoiler. On the top inch is a 1-inch gurney lip. There's also a roof rail to produce drag as well. And finally, the restrictor plate is widened from 7/8 of an inch to a full inch. Let's see how all this works. The fans are hyped, the driver is cautious but optimistic. The viewers watching are excited as Joe Nemechek and Bill Elliott lead the field of 43 to take the green flag.
The 32nd running of the Winston 500. Front row Joe and Awesome Bill lead him down. 43 of the world's best stock car drivers ready to get it on here at Talladega.
Nemechek, our pole sitter, already in the middle, already back to about 12th, 14th, 15th, and losing positions every yard, it seems.
He knew that he was going to be a sitting duck, and certainly he was. When Dale Earnhardt Jr. made that move down to the inside, everybody went by on each side.
He told our pit reporters during NASCAR today that he would have no shot leading that first lap, and indeed he was right. As here comes that big Budweiser Chevrolet for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Couple of young drivers looking at NASCAR's future. Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart head to the tri-oval, and they will lead the first lap, first and second, but they are side by side from there on back.
Now trying to move up on the outside.
A wild start as Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets under Nemechek immediately and puts Joe in the sucker hole and drops back as Jr. leads the first lap. Stewart jumps to second, then Jr. gets put in the sucker hole as Stewart takes the lead. The 59-year-old Dave Marcus, with help from fellow old man Ricky Rudd, takes the lead as 4 wide occurs as Stewart regains the lead. Johnny Andretti jumps to Stewart's outside to go for the lead but drops back as Michael Waltrip and Bobby Hamilton Sr. come out of nowhere in the pack to second and third. Then both end up going for the lead, but Waltrip ends up dropping back as Hamilton will eventually stay second. Stewart leads a 7-car train on the bottom in the early laps as much of the field is side by side and 3 wide. Dale Jr. tries to help his dad get back to the front. Back from commercial break, and Jeff Gordon is now the leader as the outside line has worked itself back up toward the front with Jerry Nadeau behind Gordon as he's come from last to first into the lead in 13 laps as he had to start in a backup car. Earnhardt Sr. leaves Nadeau in the middle, then goes for the lead with Warburton behind him. Jarrett and Labonte hang back in the back of the pack, but not to avoid wreck but to get some air as they are running hot. Same issue is going on with Dale Earnhardt Sr., which is why he went for the lead. On lap 19, Mike Skinner goes for the lead from his teammate with help from Gordon and Nadeau behind him. The entire field is separated by less than 5 seconds. Kevin LePage drops off the pace with a loss of oil pressure that becomes an ignition failure. He will finish in last place as the season collapse is continuing. Back from commercial break, and Dale Earnhardt Sr. is back out in front after Gordon got around Skinner. A lead changes among 6 drivers in 24 laps, as multiple packs of cars are running 3 and even 4 wide still. 3 of the 4 Roush cars are running all the way in the back, as it seems to be part of a plan to try and stay in the back, hope for the wreck, and get up front. Gordon tries to challenge Earnhardt Sr. for the lead, and eventually gets around Earnhardt Sr. in turn 3. They then get side by side as the 2 battle for the lead. Back from commercial break, and there's still plenty of 3 and 4 wide throughout the pack as Earnhardt Sr. still leads while Stewart, with help from Bill Elliott, gets the lead but then loses it back in turn 3. Look at this racing. Just look and appreciate it. It's incredible. Back from commercial break, and Earnhardt Sr. still leads as we are still getting 4 wide racing at times. Bill Elliott, with help from Jr., gets side by side with Earnhardt Sr. and gets the lead as Dale Jarrett has worked himself into the picture as the top forward outside of Bill Elliott. Pit stops begin with Rusty Wallace and Ricky Craven alone, and many more pit stops including Benson, Gordon, Hamilton Sr. and more pit the next time round. Leaders hit pit road next, pack including Elliott, Jarrett, Earnhardt Sr. and Jr., the Roush guys will end up pitting alone as Jeff Burton gets a penalty for a crew member over the wall too soon. Even though it wasn't meant to be, they still did. Mark Martin, Michael Waltrip, and Stacy Compton are the last cars to pit. Everyone goes for 4 tires and fuel. After the cycle ends, Bill Elliott reassumes the lead. Back from commercial break, and Elliott leads with John Andre behind him with 37 cars in the lead draft, as Jeff Burton is 41st with just 2 other cars with him, as 14 lead changes have occurred among 9 drivers just past 55 laps. Johnny Benson Jr. reports that his car has lost second gear, which could be disastrous for future pit stops and potential restarts. Lap 60, and look at this beauty. It's just incredible how beauteous it all gets. Dale Earnhardt Sr. is trying to get back toward the lead with an incredible run by Dave Marcus behind him. Back from commercial break, and Elliott still leads. On lap 70, Jeremy Mayfield experiences an engine failure and falls out of the race with a 42nd place finish. 7 damn DNFs in the last 8 races. The pack is damn near 3 by 3 from 4th on back as Earnhardt Sr. and Burton are still stalled outside as Elliott still leads. On lap 77, Sterling Marlin experiences a loss of a cylinder. The engine eventually dies on lap 81 and he will finish 41st. Back in the pack, when we are 4 wide and almost the big one occurs in turn 3 as Earnhardt Sr. drops back a bit. Kenny Schrader is the one to finally get up to Bill Elliott on lap 84, and the 2 nearly end up side by side, but Hamilton Sr. gets a mega run and leads lap, then drops all the way back to 10th as Elliott will hold on to lead the longest of any driver today, 33 laps out front. Gordon then takes the lead only for a moment as we are now 3 by 3 throughout the damn pack. Now it's 3 deep behind Gordon as Schrader comes to his outside. Back from commercial break, and Gordon still leads as we have had 18 lead changes. Gordon still leads but then gets shuffled by Hamilton Sr. Stewart shuffles Hamilton Sr. for the lead as Hamilton's belts come loose. Halfway. Jimmy Spencer experiences a broken shock. He will eventually rejoin but drop out again with handling issues. He will finish 38th. Tony Stewart washes up high as Nadeau takes the lead, as there have been a bunch of suspicion there could be oil on the racetrack as the field now laps Darrell Waltrip. Then Earnhardt Sr. takes the lead as the crowd comes to its feet. Unbelievably, throughout 98 laps of green flag racing, there have been still 35 cars in the lead pack. There have been many comers and goers, and we have had 24 lead changes among 11 drivers. Some close-ass calls and damn great racing. Pit stops begin on lap 99 as Gordon and Jarrett, Rudd, Elliott, and Moore pit. The entire rest of the lead pack pit 2 laps later. Warburton and a couple of stragglers are the last to pit as everyone takes 4 tires of fuel. Dave Marcus experiences an engine failure after having an amazing run thus far. He'll finish 40th as the caution comes out for the first time in the race for oil on the track. And this will be the longest green flag run of the damn race, 104 laps. Ted Musgrave, Jeff Burton, and Rick Mast pit as they hadn't pitted yet. A couple others like Warburton, Bill Elliott, and others also pit as the caution was majorly crucial for Musgrave and Jeff Burton and Rick Mast. Jeff Gordon leads the field back to the green flag for the first restart of the race.
Jeff Gordon has been a part of 6 different no-ball 5 bonus days.
Dale Earnhardt takes the lead from Gordon on the restart with Nadeau behind him. As Gordon drops back, Nadeau tries to take the lead from Earnhardt Sr., but drops back as Wallace is now second. Mike Skinner makes an aggressive move for third and gets it as we are 3 wide throughout the damn field, and it's still damn peak-ass racing. As Billy drops out of the pack, while Skinner goes to the lead as he and Earnhardt Sr. continue to get side by side. Then takes the lead. Junior takes the lead with 74 laps to go from Skinner.
That's the 22 left front tires going flat on Warburton's car. The engine is still running a little bit. It left too much, and the tire is flat.
What a job he did there to hang on to that car right in the middle. He's in the middle of like 3 cars with about 7 or 8 right behind him.
Yeah, he did do a great job. And caution is out. They'll race back to the flag where there's no big deal here, but that could have been the big one. Bill?
The reason the 94 dropped back is because he was running with the 22. They were going to try and work their way to the front together. Elliott saw Ward was having a problem. His crew told him Ward was rubbing the tire. Elliott got out of the gas. That's why he went to the back, but he made the right decision.
Now, as you ride along with our Husqvarna onboard camera, tough break for Warburton.
Warburton's tire goes down as it continued to rub after contact was made. He does get it changed and will eventually rejoin the track and rejoin the race. Still on the lead lap. The entire field pits under this caution. The strategy is all out of control. Some take 2 tires, others take 4 tires. A slight collision takes place between Scott Pruitt and Ted Musgrave. Mike Bliss, who stayed out under the caution, is set to lead the field back to the green flag for just the second time today for the second restart of the race.
About that 47th driver, Mike Bliss is, to lead at least 1 lap this season. That is pretty competitive.
Just about everybody has. They've probably been 55 or 60 different drivers.
Well, we've had 15 different leaders here today, 31 lead changes so far. That number is about to change as we go back to green flag racing.
And Rusty is trying his best to block the 31 car. And looks like he's been able to succeed. Skinner could not get by the 2. As a matter of fact, when he backed off the throttle to avoid Wallace, he lost momentum and lost his spot.
And I don't think Rusty, according to my records, has not led today, but that could change here in about a half a lap.
Well, he's going for it. He's got Dale Earnhardt Jr. there to push him on by.
This car, Rusty's driving, finished 4th at the Daytona 500, finished 3rd at Daytona.
Rusty Wallace takes the lead from Bliss with help from Junior. Then Junior ditches him on the outside as Kenseth goes down to his inside of Rusty. As guys, are we cutting it a bit damn close? Oh, nice. Scott Pruitt blows the left front tire and punctures the engine. He will finish 39th. Kenseth continues to lead as the racing is phenomenal. Shit, dude, look at this. As Bob Labonte takes the lead from Kenseth, as we have now 4 Pontiacs in the top 5. Back from commercial break as Labonte still leads with Nadu making a charge. Nadu takes the lead from Labonte, but Junior attempts to and nearly passes Nadu, but then drops back a little. 36 lead changes among 18 drivers. Schrader goes for the lead as a name we haven't seen all day long has appeared. His name is Terry Labonte. The field is once again 3x3 throughout the damn field. 55 laps go and we are still 3 wide throughout the damn freaking field. Schrader now takes the lead. Tony Stewart pits as he states he could have a tire problem. He will eventually rejoin while out of the pack and out of the draft. Terry Labonte takes the lead, but Schrader gets the lead as Gordon is behind him, while Earnhardt Sr. pushes Labonte back to the lead. 32 cars on the lead lap within 1 second of the damn leader. Lap 141 in, Earnhardt Sr. goes around Labonte for the lead, and as they are 3 deep behind Earnhardt Sr. and Terry Labonte. Now Nadu takes the lead from Earnhardt Sr. with Kenseth behind him. Then Kenseth gets in front of the field. Now Mark Martin takes the lead with Ward Burton behind him, unbelievably in second after cutting a tire 25 laps ago. 40 to go and Martin still leads, but Junior goes to the top of Martin and Gordon goes underneath Martin. Gordon leads the lap. 43 lead changes among 20 drivers. Gordon and Junior continue to stay side by side, but Gordon pulls ahead as we are again damn near 3 wide throughout the field. This race is what you dream of, any Super Speedway race. They really tune the damn AI settings perfectly for this damn race. Back from commercial break, and Dale Jr. is now the leader with just 31 laps to go. Johnny Benson Jr. is the first car to pit a little earlier than expected as he feels like he has a vibration. The top 5 have pulled away from the rest of the field as Jeff Burton pits alone. As it is expected, he has had a problem as Junior puts him a lap down. Keith Schrader suffers an engine failure with 23 laps to go. After being a contender mid-race, he will finish 37. 21 laps to go, and the pits are upon us as Junior leads.
And the 36 car will win. Oh, we got him right. Hamilton in the inside wall. Jeff Gordon down pit road. Mark Martin loops it around. The 94 car, Bill Elliott makes it by.
And some heavy damage to Bobby Hamilton's car.
And tough break for Jeff Burton and Tony Stewart, who were not going to have to stop. The others were going to have to stop soon under green flag.
One of the earliest editions of crashes happening from guys coming down pit road. Bobby Hamilton Sr. and Mark Martin get stacked up behind Jeff Gordon. While Martin spins, Hamilton slams the inside wall, bringing out the third caution of the race. Gordon pits for fuel as the caution came out for Hamilton Sr. After having a car that was front-running throughout this race, he will finish 36. Caution is a bad break for Jeff Burton, Tony Stewart, and Johnny Benson Jr., who are all lapped down. This caution, they never really recover and never get back on the lead lap. They will finish 27th, 29th, and 33rd. Under commercial break, the entire field pits under the caution except for Gordon, as the caution came out while he was hitting pit road. So Gordon thus will lead the field back to green flag for the final restart with 15 laps to go.
I wouldn't have either. It's only after starting 5 minutes later you think about why we put tires in.
Green flag waves once again. Jeff Gordon, who won it here at April, trying to pull off the Talladega sweep.
Jerry, there you see Michael Walker down on the side. That also is man right there. He and Johnny Benson, who are all those cars, plus Jeff Burton and Tony Stewart, were set to go the rest of the way, and others will have to stop under green for this incident, so that put them to that down to get them back to that really hurt them.
Jeff Gordon, Ricky Rudd, Earnhardt Jr., Skinner, Bobby Labonte, the post leader, Rusty is there. Still 27 cars on the lead lap with 15 laps to go at Talladega.
So if something happens to your car right now, you have a flat tire, you're still going to have a bad finish. You're still going to finish.
The intensity is ramping up as Junior goes for the lead on the outside line and takes the lead. Gordon then gets split by the JGR. And what in the fuck is happening? We're wrecking, we're not wrecking, now we're 4 wide, my god. The gloves have come up. The aggression is at an all-time high as we are just 11 laps to go, coming to 10 laps to go. Mark Martin is already back in the top 5 in just 5 laps. 27 cars are within 2.5 seconds of each other. 6 laps to go and Junior still leads with Labonte behind him as we are still 3 wide and even 4 wide at times. 5 laps to go as Dale Sr. is in 17th spot. Around him with Jeff Gord as he has made contact with Rich Bickle, but he gets help from a guy we haven't talked about all damn day. His name's Kenny Wallace, with help from his teammate behind Joe Nemechek. The question is, how the hell is this going to all play out with just 4 laps to go, as all anarchy is about to take place, with Andretti going to Skinner's outside, with Junior still in it, with Jarrett looking up high, Terry Labonte closing even higher. It's damn on!
First-time winner at Talladega, it was Bobby Hillin that day. Will it be Mike Skinner today? Here comes John Andretti. The Cheerio Pontiac flashing by.
Oh, no, there's on the inside, John. He's on the inside.
Now they're 4 wide for the lead. Well, for second it is now.
4 abreast. Talking about first-time winners. Skinner trying to hang on. Earnhardt Jr. is a 2-time winner this year. Now they are 5 wide with 3 laps to go at Talladega.
Now, there ain't 3 laps of great, but there ain't no way they can run 3 laps like this.
Hold your breath, folks. Less than 3 laps to go. Who's going to win it? 47 lead changes, 21 different drivers. Mark Martin trying to plow his way through a minefield of race cars at 190 miles an hour. And here comes Earnhardt.
How did he get through all these cars? I don't understand how he did that.
The Intimidator is scraped and beaten on the right side, but he will not be denied. Mr. Restrictor Plate knows there are 2 laps to go. Earnhardt climbs to the high side of Bobby Labonte. Wow. You see motioning. He's motioning the 55 car of Kenny Wallace to give me a bump. Come on, Kenny, give me a jump.
And Earnhardt is going for the lead.
And listen to this crowd of 170,000 strong.
Richard Thomas, both his cars running round 2 as he comes for the white flag. He's on the apron of the racetrack, Ned.
He saves the race car up almost against Bobby Labonte. Dale Earnhardt Sr. has come from 17th spot in 4 laps to lead it on the final lap.
And Kenny Wallace is in 2nd spot, followed by
His teammate,
Joe Nemechek.
Nemechek at the pole center. And Kenny Wallace has likewise never won a Winston Cup race. 3 Chevrolets on the final lap at Talladega. $2.7 million and $1 million bonus for Dale Earnhardt if he can hang on. The no ball 5 contender, Mr. Restrictor Plate, Dale Earnhardt comes down and will take his 10th career victory at Talladega in the Winston 500.
A crash as the team across the start finish line.
And cars slipping and sliding everywhere across the racetrack as the checkered flag waved. The 22 was involved. Ward Burton was involved. The 9 car was sliding.
The 44 of Steve Grissom was sliding.
One of the greatest drives you will ever see in NASCAR history, as Dale Sr. comes from 17th in 4 laps to take the lead on the white flag lap, as Jr. tries to get underneath Skinner to split him, but it backfires immensely as Dale Earnhardt Jr. drops back, and he will finish outside the top 10. Dale Earnhardt Sr. wins his 10th race at Talladega and pulls off an unbelievable win and comeback in just 4 laps. The big one breaks out as the field crosses the checker flag, as Ward Burton is in the middle of a 5-wide scenario. He makes contact with Rich Bickle and John Andretti, collecting themselves Steve Grissom, Bill Elliott, Stacey Compton, Steve Park, and Dave Blaney. For Kenny Wallace, it's the best finish of his entire NASCAR career. For Joe Nemechek, it's a strong top 5 run. And lost in Earnhardt Sr.'s run from 17th to the win was Gordon's drive from 16th to 4th in the final laps. And rounding out the top 5 was Mike Skinner, who was lean coming to the white, but it didn't work out as Jr. got underneath him. We had 48 lead changes among 21 drivers, which is actually, for this time period, incredible and also so wild to think of And legitimately, the hair was raising on my back when I was watching the final 15 laps of this race. And the craziest part is I never really lost any interest at all throughout this race where I ever sat back. I was always invested and always had my opens and my eyes massively wide, making sure I'm not missing anything because there's so much happening. It truly is incredible. And that's the thing about this race. You're never not disinterested. There's always shit happening. And the atmosphere of it just adds on to it, as the crowd atmosphere was incredible. It may not have had as many massive storylines as many other races, but in pure racing form, this was incredible. And there were still storylines, and while it may not be the most as we've seen other races, it was phenomenal. You guys saw it, we've seen all the video, I referenced it, it's absolutely incredible. And it's from this, and especially the final few laps, as to why I believe the 2000 Winston 500 is the greatest NASCAR race of all time to this day. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy rewatching down this memory lane path. This is Carter Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.